This past Saturday for me was a very eventful Saturday. I was polar plunge shooting in Arsenal Lanes bowling. By polar plunge shooting, I mean shooting the Pennsylvania Special Olympics polar plunge at Heinz Field, the artist pretended to be known as Acrisure Stadium. And one of the subjects, or a couple of the subjects I shot who took the polar plunge, happens to be a very pair of familiar faces, very familiar pair of faces from a very familiar show on the Big K in Pittsburgh. I'll tell you about that, and also by Arsenal Lanes Bowling, I mean, let me just be clear, I'm as talented of a bowler as I am a photographer, and I almost shot a 200 game. And it just so happened somebody distracted me on my way to shooting that 200 game. I got a 190, but someone brought up the Steelers when I was just wanted to think about the world champion Chiefs. And I don't know how that happened, but I'll tell you how that happened. Also, I do want to bring up one thing about the Chiefs from a very familiar voice and face in Pittsburgh radio. And the lesson to be learned is this: never underestimate the Chiefs. All that in my preview to be of Beautiful Night in the Neighborhood and being approached or approaching someone for a RHP senior shoot, or in this case, a high school RHP senior shoot, as well as other things on top of my head, including the second rounders of Pitt vs. Media Madness 4 and some Pitt vs. stuff, all in the latest episode of the Robert Esser Entertainment Podcast, now available wherever you get your podcasts: Audible, Spotify, Anchor, powered by Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Google Podcasts.